Hey everyone, Dan here. We are after close on Wednesday, March 10th, and time to take a look at some of the plays that we've been watching for the last couple of weeks. Wanted to kick it off with CCIV. So we've been watching this as it got beat down after the huge run-up after the Lucid merger was announced, and then sort of retraced and lost everything that it had gained and more. And so now here we are. I have been back in CCIV for a few days now, I think since Monday. And so, to me, it's still looking really good. After the beatdown that it's had, I like that it keeps sort of testing these zones. To me, this is sort of like a good sign of a healthy uptrend that it is building. I want to see here now that I have zoomed out, if we maybe are establishing a bit of a channel here. Could be something around here-ish. Though there's a lot of price action outside of this, but I think this probably still captures 90 to 95% of the price action, which is what I look for in order to sort of like legitimize a channel. So let's leave that there for now. See if tomorrow we can open in the mid to high 25s and see if it will sort of like sustain itself in this channel. The good thing about that would be that it's finally off this 25-23 zone, pushing up toward 27, which is our next major friction point. And this is sort of like our path back to 30. So this would put us back to 30 if we can stay in this channel by the 13th, which is that a weekend day? Yeah, that's a weekend day. So, but that it would put us into there by open on Monday for sure. So we'll see. But I'm feeling good about my position in CCIV for now. And let's move on. FCEL. So FCEL had a great couple of days. This was yesterday. This is today. And it sort of held up really well today, while a lot of stocks sold off and then kind of like sustained that level. This had a nice pop back up. It needs to get back to the 1675 and get support there. It never really gained support there. It had this like really impulsive move up and then an equally impulsive move down. As we've been saying, when price action struggles to turn resistance into support at any given level, that support then is really strong. The inverse of that is true as well. When a price blows through a price target and then doesn't continue, like the rocket ship sort of chart, it's going to fall back to that price equally as quickly. And so not surprising that happened today, but it's nice that it got caught here, which is where it basically had ended yesterday and got caught there several times in the overnight hours as well. So I would be looking at that 1534 as very, very strong support now. Hopefully we can stop looking at the 1496 because we're not going to be returning to there anytime soon. And we can focus on 1534 being the floor, 1595 being this just like annoying consolidation point, but 1675 being the true next level of support that'll spring us into the 18s. There's still not really anything stopping really strong sustained run from 1675 to 1829 and starting to establish a resistance point there. So that's what I'm looking for from FCEL. SQ Square, it had just put out a video on this, I think Sunday nights, basically saying, Square is about to blow the roof off, and that's what we're seeing so far. Again, what we're looking for, if you haven't seen the video yet, when we were down here, we were basically saying we're looking for it to come up and fill this gap and then continue on and fill this gap. It has accomplished those things so far. And then looking for it to come up and fill this gap. It has started to do that, so that's a good sign. It'll accomplish that once it gets to about, 236.50, say. And then the next stop on the gap train will be starting to fill this one at around 250. So feeling really good about Square. I think the analysis is holding up really, really well, and it's giving me a lot of confidence in the chart that we drew, and there's not a lot that I would that I would be concerned about in terms of what's going on with Square at the moment. I think it's all good signs. So congrats if you're in Square. SUNW is also on a nice trajectory since the market started pumping itself back up the last couple of days. It's getting caught by these zones, which similar to what we were talking about with, I think, CCIV. It's not reaching back down to this 1193, it seems. It's able to push off of this 1270, so I'm hoping this 1270 is now the new floor. We saw overnight it was basically trying to get the new floor at 1340, but it wasn't able to sustain that as there was that larger market sell-off during the day today that sort of dragged everything down with it. But yeah, good news is that 1193 that we're hoping to establish as the floor, we may be a step above that for now. So I think SUNW, it has a lot of resistance points coming up, and that's certainly okay. But just know that it's going to be a grind to get above 1750, and these zones especially are going to bring a lot of resistance. But like I keep saying in tonight's videos, those are going to then become excellent support zones as well. So that's SUNW. Mara, which if you didn't see our analysis on Mara that we put out earlier in the week, Mara is a company that basically mines Bitcoins. So it's an interesting way to play the Bitcoin hype if you don't want to buy Bitcoin or other crypto. This company, theoretically, the value of it, the price of it should be going up as the value of Bitcoin goes up, because that is essentially the product that they are accumulating. And so it was sort of like chart perfect today. It came and, yesterday it jumped off of this price target that we had drawn in, got itself into this box, which was good, and filled through that box and started to hit this 39.91 as resistance. So it's doing all of the things that we want it to be doing, because it's not retracing down super hard to the 32.47. If it did, I would still feel fine about it, because Mara also has a tendency to be very volatile day to day, big double-digit percentage changes day over day over day. And so it's looking like it really wants to get this 39.91 as support. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. And then we can sort of ride the price action up further. Just trying to see if I had put in... Okay, so I don't have any additional price targets above that 39.91. So if we get that as support, I'll come back with a revised chart, sort of talk about what folks can look at for the next price targets. But I think Mara has a really good opportunity to get into the 50s in the next few months. And so that would be a good sort of potential gainer for folks to have in their portfolio. All right, that'll do it for this video. I appreciate it. Please hit the like and subscribe if you enjoy the videos. It helps out a lot. And I guess, what do I usually say? I usually say I hope you are having a good week and that the trading is going well. Please drop comments below if you have anything that you want to share or have any questions that you'd like answered. And that's that. I'll see you all in the next video.